Hello everybody, it is me Alexa, and today we're gonna be baking. With Valentine's Day just around the corner, I thought we'd make a cute little Valentine's Day bake, and I'm actually going to be getting the recipe today from ROSANA PANSINO's Baking All Year Round cookbook. She has this adorable recipe for little Petit four conversation hearts. I'm going to be altering the recipe a bit because there's some things that I'm just not a big fan of. They sound good and other people like them, but I'm weird and picky, so I'm altering the recipe slightly so that I'll like the cakes more. But overall, I'm going to be following her recipe in here. And there'll be a link in the description to her video making this so that you can see all the ingredients and everything about that. So for these conversation hearts, we're going to be making a chiffon cake, and then for the different layers of filling, we're going to be making the Swiss meringue buttercream. And then normally the recipe for like Petit fours normally has some sort of jelly in there for the other two layers, but I'm not a big fan of jelly, and also it's Valentine's Day, and I feel like you can't make it without having a bunch of chocolate, so I'm going to be replacing that with a homemade chocolate buttercream. And then for the decoration, we're going to be putting on a white chocolate fondant, and we're going to be using some royal icing to write some cute little notes on it, like what you see on those little conversation hearts. All right, so now let's make the cake. Alright, so as you all can see, I have already separated all of our ingredients that we'll be needing for the cake portion of it. I did make a couple small alterations. Firstly, I'll be using safflower oil instead of vegetable oil, because that's what I have. And then also, I could not find any vanilla seeds, or vanilla beans rather, so I looked up online how much half a vanilla bean it was, and we'll be using some extra vanilla extract to help semi-create the same flavor. It won't be as strong, of course, but close enough. And then the biggest change is I'm going to make this gluten-free. I'm a little gluten intolerant, so I'm going to be using Bob's Red Mill 1-to-1 baking flour, gluten-free instead of regular all-purpose flour. It's pretty much the exact same. It just alters the flavor like the tiniest bit, but it's really great actually. I use it in everything. They don't sponsor me, but if you want to. And also make sure that you don't forget to preheat your oven, like I just realized I did. So just preheating now, but we still have a few more steps, so hopefully it'll be done roughly the same time we're done with this. So for this next step, we're gonna be making a little bit of a meringue. So first thing we gotta do is beat these egg whites until they are nice and frothy. So you want it to be stiff enough to tip it over your head. I don't trust it. This is nerve-wracking. Ah. Okay, those are good. Look at those nice little peaks on there. Cute. So, next thing that we're going to do is we are going to be folding this into here. So once you're done folding that up so there's no white left, it's all this nice little yellowy color. You're gonna take your 4 9x13 pans that are pre-greased with parchment paper at the bottom there, so it'll be nice, easy to remove them. And you kind of just eyeball it and split it evenly between the 4. So let's go for it. Alright, once you have it spread pretty evenly across your 4 pans, it is time to put it in the oven. Now that you got those cakes in the oven cooking while they're going, let's go ahead and make the first of our 3 icings. Once it is nice and well combined, we're going to be moving on over to the stove, which, as you can see, currently has our cakes cooling, but I'm going to move those over here, and we're going to move over there. So let's go. After you take it off the heat, whenever it's all combined, move it into a different bowl. It recommends you use a stand mixer, but my mom's is broken, so we're gonna use a hand mixer and get a good arm workout. Now I'm gonna get to whisking. I'll see you guys whenever this all is combined. All right, so we just finished our Swiss meringue buttercream. Nice, and now we're gonna move on to our chocolate buttercream. And now let's make our chocolate buttercream. We got all of our ingredients here. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut on to when I got a nice, beautiful batch of chocolate buttercream in this bowl. See you guys in a second. All right, so we got our beautiful chocolate buttercream done. It tastes so good. All right, now it's time to put the pieces together. So we're going to be layering the cake. It's gonna go cake, Swiss, cake, chocolate, cake, more Swiss up on top. You know, layer it up, and then we're gonna be putting it into the fridge so that it can firm up before we start cutting out our hearts and then head on into that decorating phase. So without further ado, let's layer it up. All right, we got the cake nice and layered. It is time to stick it in that fridge, and then in a few minutes, we're gonna take it back out to cut out those hearts. Hello there, everybody. So after I put the cake in the fridge last night, I decided that I would just let it cool overnight because it was pretty late, if you can tell by the difference in lighting throughout the first part of the video. So I decided to just leave it overnight to cool, and now we are going to cut out our hearts and introduce a new segment, which it's kind of good that I slept on it because I thought of a cool idea, is whenever we decorate in my baking videos, I won't have too many for the foreseeable future, but I do want to definitely do more baking videos. So whenever I do them, whenever we do decorating, it'll be decorating and discussion time. So we can just kind of talk about things, whatever's going on. I don't really have too much prepared for this one because I did just come up with this idea a few minutes ago. So we're just gonna kind of be talking about upcoming movies, also kind of movies I've been watching lately, games I've been playing. It'll be kind of like a mini little like newsletter-y type thing, but while we decorate a cake. So how Ro recommends doing it in her book, because remember we're going off of her for this, she has a nice little biscuit cutter that she uses to make the hearts, so they're really tall. So you can push it all the way through the cake. It's like the same height, pull it out, and then push it over. But I looked around at the stores near me that are practicing safe COVID that I can go to, and none of them had one. So I have this cute little heart one, and I have a knife, and we're gonna carve it. One thing that we still will be doing, which was a tip that she gave in there, was to dip your cookie cutter in warm water before sticking it through so that it doesn't like stick to the cake and it just makes a nice clean one. So we're gonna do the same thing with the knife. I was gonna be sticking it in warm water and then trying to carve the cake. My goal to get out of this big old thing is to get 8 little hearts. So hopefully we can do that. This first heart, I'm probably gonna focus a little bit more and then we'll start discussing. Definitely would have been easier with a little cookie cutter that just slid right in, but you know, it's okay. Gotta work with what you got. Get creative. Okay, whoops, did I push this in too hard? No, I did. Oh gosh, golly. Okay, that's not wonderful. Look. There we go, we got a heart. All right, now that we know that's possible, you know, I got one out. Here, clean this off a little. So recently, a bunch of movies got their release dates announced. That was really exciting. We have KGF came up. They're saying they're coming out July 16th, which is coming fast. Their teaser, of course, just came out recently. Did the little reaction to that, and it was super cool. I'm excited. I want to rewatch the first movie, definitely, because I haven't seen it since I did my review for it back in 2019. So it has been quite a little while since I've watched KGF Chapter 1. And also Pushpa, Allu Arjun's next film, that got announced the release date of August 13th. And I'm excited for that. I mean, I'm a big Allu Arjun fan, as you all know. So always excited for his upcoming next film. And I moved, cookie cutter moved. Okay, it's fine. This is gonna be a slightly lopsided heart. You know, we have 8 possibilities here. I feel like if we just get 4 solid hearts, we already got one pretty good one. I'll be content, you know? Cut this off to make it easier to bring it out. Get you out of here. Bye-bye. All right, now you're gonna come off. Oh yes, didn't rip off the frosting this time, only a little bit. All right, now let's pull up this heart. But Pushpa looks interesting. I mean, it's a very different role than what he played in Alavek with the Bromlu. Oh, that turned out real nice. That was even better than the first one, actually. Look at that. It's a little crooked. I think I keep tilting the knife, as I can tell from this, because it's like this. But that's okay. But Allu Arjun's gonna be playing quite a different role in Pushpa. You can tell even just from the posters of it, but I'm excited for more to be revealed closer to August, I'm sure. And then, of course, also, RRR got its release date of October 13th. I don't know if they were planning on releasing that was release date early, but I know like one of the actresses, I guess, accidentally tweeted it. And so then they made like some official posts with it. Her tweet got deleted like real quick, so I don't think that was supposed to happen, but that's okay. I feel like everything's getting like leaked, though that was definitely more of an accidental, not someone like purposely looking it up to leak it. RRR I've been excited for it since it first got announced. I mean, just the concept, everything, it sounds so cool. And I'm looking forward to finally watching it in October. And also for whenever like the teasers come out and stuff, I really hope there's a song with the two of them dancing together, GW&CO and Valentine, because they're both really talented dancers. So I think that would be really, really cool. But honestly, it's hard for me to see a world where RRR turns out being bad, especially with how long they've had in post. I feel like they have to be. But maybe, you know what, sometimes too long in post isn't a good thing. So we'll have to wait and see. But I cannot foresee it turning out poorly. But you got Rajamouli behind the lens, you got Valentine and GW&CO in front of it. Should be a good film. All right, the reveal, will it rip off the frosting? No, but it'll rip the cake in half. Okay, and it ripped off some frosting. Cool, it's fine though. Here we go. Okay, that was a really good heart. This was our best heart yet. It's starting to fall to pieces. I'm debating maybe I should put this rack like in the fridge or something. I think it's starting to melt apart a little, even though I let it cool overnight, so it should be good. The chocolate buttercream though isn't as sticky as like what jelly would have been or the meringue, so I knew that was going to cause a little bit of issues, but I wanted chocolate, so it's okay. We'll deal with the issues in the name of chocolate. Sooner though, we do have a couple Hollywood films coming out that I'm excited for. Both are on HBO Max. We got the Godzilla vs. Kong film, which I reacted to that trailer, and it looks so fun. It's gonna be great, just like monsters fighting each other, good time film for sure. So I'm looking forward to that. I think they're definitely trying to trick us into thinking that it's Godzilla vs. Kong, and it's definitely gonna have Mecha Godzilla coming out and fighting them. So it'll end up, I think, being Kong and Godzilla working together in order to defeat Mecha Godzilla. Which, as some people point out in my comments, and I'd kind of forgotten about this, but the end credit scene in the King of Monsters Godzilla film, that one had the evil guy talking with the like skull of Gamora, so we're thinking that's probably what they're using to make Mecha Godzilla, and I'd kind of forgotten about that end scene. So I was excited someone commented about it, because that makes total sense. So I'm hoping that that's what we'll see there. No, because then it'll kind of like connect it all, you know, and it'll make sense. Okay. This heart turned out really good. We're getting better and better. I feel like there definitely has to be at least one fight between the real Godzilla and Kong, or like to justify the name, and then something will come up, like they'll realize that it's the Mecha Godzilla or something, and then they'll team together to defeat it. That is what I'm thinking will happen. We'll have to wait and find out though. I feel like it's gonna be something like the, you know, Batman vs Superman, where they start out fighting each other and maybe like certain people turn them against each other because the humans think that it's real Godzilla doing it all, so they kind of get Kong to try and fight Godzilla. Not that Kong really listens to anyone, and does whatever he wants. But that's how I think it's going to start, and then the Mecha Godzilla will come, like they'll realize that it's not him, and then they'll work together, and it'll be cool in big monster fights with laser beams and mechanical stuff too, and big punches. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love the Monsterverse. I actually haven't really seen any of the older films. I've only seen these new ones, but I definitely want to. March is coming so quickly that maybe I'll try and watch, and then we can do like a talk about some of the older Godzillas before this new one comes out, or maybe afterwards too. We can still do it after. We'll have to wait and see. If I did not cut through the bottom cake, I don't think. Boy, the bottom cake is separating. No. Okay, that one maybe is a mess up. I think that one might be a mess up, guys. Our first mess up. Let's see if I can doctor this. So the last kind of upcoming movie I want to talk about is Snyder Cut, which comes out March 18th, so super soon, like a little over a month away now. And I think that that's going to be really fun. I'm so excited for it. The theatrical cut of Justice League was just so disappointing, and I love every new thing that comes out about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Is just exciting and awesome, and I cannot wait. I think it's gonna just be great. He has officially stated that he will not be making any more like movies in the DC world after this. as he's just kind of finishing up what he started, and then he's going to be heading out, which is very fair. So because he's not going to be making any more, I'm wondering if he's going to try to like finalize his story, because originally, of course, he had a plan for 5 movies. Man of Steel was 1, Batman vs Superman 2, and then this Justice League was supposed to be film 3. But of course, you know, a whole bunch of drama happened, that didn't work out, etc. So I wonder how he's going to try and close up the story that he had before with it, or if he isn't even going to try to. I feel like he will. That's why they're doing like reshoots and stuff, and like adding on shots. We'll have to wait to see exactly how Snyder ends it off, but I'm excited for it. Alright guys, now I'm going to cut out these last 2 hearts, and I'll see you guys for the final steps to decorating as we pour on the fondant and write little key messages in royal icing. Alright guys, so we have now made our white chocolate fondant made into 3 different colors, or 4 different colors, I can't count. We have a nice little pink, we have a pretty little teal, we have a nice orange, and then we have a nice little lilac-y purple. It says 6 in the book, but I only did 4 because we made 8 cakes, which I don't know how many it expects you to make. It doesn't say how many hearts it makes, but I can only make 8. So I was like, we can do 2 of each color. I kind of figured it would be nice. Let's go ahead and start with the purple, which is in the easiest pouring container. There we go, those 2. We got the purple ones covered. Not looking too bad. Okay, now I'm gonna set this aside so it can harden. Let's go on to our next color. Let's start a discussion part while we decorate. So what have I been watching lately? Just last night, I actually watched Shutter Island for the first time, the Martin Scorsese film. Very good. Surprised me a lot. I was not expecting the ending, like, at all. So that's always kind of cool. Whenever a movie just totally surprises you. But I really liked it. Have any of you guys seen Shutter Island? It's a really cool film. It's one of those that's been on my watch list for a really long time, and I finally got around to watching it. I just came to Netflix recently, so that's one of the reasons why I finally decided to just watch it. What else have I watched recently? Oh, I watched that Palmer movie on Apple TV that just came out, and it was really good. It was like a simple story, but Justin Timberlake did a spectacular job acting. And so did the little kid and everyone involved. And it had just such great writing with the simple story that it was just extremely enjoyable the whole time. And I really loved it. I like that type of movie too, that it is, with like the drama. So it was extra. I really enjoyed it. But with the writing and acting and everything, it made it just, I think anyone would enjoy it, even if that's not necessarily like your favorite genre of film. Looking cute. Look at that. That's a really pretty orange too. These colors turned out great. Let's do the blue next, or teal, I don't know, bluish teal color, turquoise, whatever you want to call it. And video games. So we've been going live over on our Twitch a whole bunch lately. We just became affiliates, which is really cool. And we're having a lot of fun with it. I'm really enjoying going live streaming, like being able to talk to people in the chat while I'm playing games or trying to play games. And I've just had a lot of fun with it. So make sure you go follow us, because I'd love to talk to you guys in the chat over there while I'm failing or playing video games, depending on the day. And on the weekends, me, Sri, and Austin all go live together talking. And it's like super fun time, I think. There's some highlights we posted of one of our Minecraft ones over on the GW&CO channel that Sri put together, and it was just hilarious. I've watched it a couple of times, and it made me laugh every time. It's hard to talk and frost at the same time when you're inexperienced at it. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh no, don't break open there. Connect. Be pretty. It's alright. I'm not an expert, you know, that's why we're also discussing while we do it, because I'm not great at the baking necessarily, or the decorating rather. But maybe I'll get better if we do more of these. That's all that one can hope. I've never been like the best at decorating, but I've always had a lot of fun with it, so that's all that really matters. Even if it doesn't look spectacular, as long as you have fun. It's like with most things in life. But right now, over on the gaming, I am playing Ori in the Blind Forest, which is like a cool little side-scrolling puzzling game. And it's really beautiful, the artwork, and it's a lot of fun to play. And we just beat, me, Sri, and Austin all together, just beat the Resident Evil 7. I'm gonna heat this one up a little. All right, now let's go for this pink. I just recently started watching the show Heroes. It's an older show, and I am really enjoying it. It's really good. I'm watching the original series, not the like reboot that happened, which is apparently terrible, I've been told, but the original series is really good. I'm enjoying it a lot. And it's very cool. It's like superhero, sci-fi, also like drama. Like it has a whole lot going on and I like it. It's doing it well. The actors are all good. So yeah, I'm enjoying it quite a lot. Oh no, it's going completely off right here. Yeah, okay, that was too hot. I think it's too hot. Oh no. All right, I think we're gonna pop these in the fridge really fast is what's gonna happen right now. And I'm gonna let them harden up a bit and then we'll try and maybe do a second coat. All right, so we have our pretty nice plate of the ones that look much better, especially from the top, they look really nice. The pink ones did not work out as well, so they're gonna be our little ugly plate. I'm gonna use them quickly though to test out my tip, because I'm not the best at writing. I have a little bit shaky hands, but you know, it's all right, we're gonna go for it. I've extra made this the ugly pile. Now let's hope I don't mess up any of these pretty ones, but I can always take one off, move it over there maybe. I have a list of little things that I'm gonna put on, and I'll show you all of them at the end. Let's start with one of the easiest ones, and we'll do it on these little purple ones. It has been snowing a whole bunch near me the last couple of days. Like big old snowstorms. What's the weather like near all of you guys? Let me know in the comments. Nice. All right, good start over here. All right, next one. All right, so let's skip ahead until I have these done because I don't think I can talk and draw at the same time. See you guys in a moment. All right, guys, and we are done. I got my pretty little conversation hearts. I have you rock, XOXO, little cat face, I heart you, Be Mine, and GW&CO. The Be Mine does look a little murder scene-y, and the cat looks a little messed up, but overall I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. All right, now onto the best part, the taste test. I'm gonna be eating the GW&CO one, eating the company name, and let's just delve right on into this. All right, look at those nice layers. It looks pretty good, honestly. Oh, the bottom cake fell off. Looks pretty good though. Let's just go for it. That is so sweet, but it's really good. It's a good thing it's small. I don't even know if I'd be able to finish this whole cake. It is so sweet. Oh, that's really good though. You got, ooh, the kick of chocolate at the end from the buttercream. Amazing. Oh, that was so good. All right. I feel like the white chocolate outside, while it looks great, makes it just like a touch too sweet. Maybe if I did it thinner, it'd be better. But besides that, it's really good. Alrighty though, that is all for my first ever baking video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to making more of these in the future. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these in the comments down below. And I hope that you all are staying safe out there and have an absolutely amazing day, as well as a wonderful Valentine's Day coming up. Alright, thank you all. Bye.